Okay. We just handed out a bunch of banana breads to our neighbors. First of all, let's talk about you baking these banana breads. It was a whole process. Yesterday you were working from home, so you had one foot in the office, but one foot in the oven. But it was like a whole day affair, right? Because we have limited resources. You had to wash a bunch of stuff. So talk about that just trying process that was yesterday.
I knew it was going to be hard work. I knew it was going to be a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize how taxing it would be and how physically draining it was going to be.
Yeah.
I have two giant bowls I can use for mixing. So I was making 2 batches at a time and then trying to fill as many pans and get as many in the oven as I could. But
yeah.
I mean, we're not an industrial-sized kitchen.
Right.
We're a little tiny kitchen.
Right. We're not a co-packer. I know that term from Shark Tank.
Every counter space was filled.
Yeah.
I had paper towels everywhere.
Yeah.
I was flying around the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, just trying to manage everything.
Yeah.
My hand hurt.
Yeah.
My neck hurt because I was looking down and I was using I was smashing and mixing and baking and doing stuff. So I had like carpal tunnel by the end of the day.
Right. So imagine like when you stare at your phone and doom scroll, which we all do, and your neck hurts after 45 minutes. You were doing that for all day. And so like I got home, I was working, I got home at 5 and you had 2 more loaves to bake. And so I was like, well, what's this going to take? Because we have to get to our number 1 priority, which is watching Below Deck. But you said, well, the prep and the mixing and the combining, it takes 15 to 20 minutes and then baking takes an hour. And I was like, okay, 15 to 20 minutes. And you started the process and I watched you and it was an hour. It was an hour of mixing and stirring, combining.
I don't know why I underestimated the time, but
yeah. Well, you said 15 to 20 minutes. So I was like, okay. Oh, okay. Like you've been doing this for 8 hours, but when I saw it actually come to fruition in front of my eyes, I was like, oh,
I undershot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't expect that in the beginning because it was a lot of work. You figured, well, we were figuring that banana bread, it won't be that bad, but it was an all-day affair, all night, because you had 2 more to do, and then you wanted to do more today, and I was like, no more, no mas.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't push myself because we had enough. In fact, we have extra.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Didn't need to bake anymore. I did not bake at all today.
Yeah. And so we handed them out at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And initially we thought, well, how are we going to deliver this? Are we going to do a contactless delivery a la DoorDash? Or are we going to knock, knock, knock? And like Alan and Liz Fisher harmonize. Yes. I'll get the bass, you get the tenor. Or is it the alto? But what did we decide in the end, honey?
I said, I'm feeling cowardly. Let's just leave it at the doorstep.
Yes. I was cowardly from the jump. You, for some reason, thought you were going to be brave.
I did, and then I lost my gumption.
Yeah. Well, it's December 23rd, and I didn't want to knock on a bunch of doors. And to be frank, if this happened to us and I had to come downstairs and be like, oh, hello. Oh, you're my neighbor? Oh, I don't believe it. You're just trying to break and enter. You're trying to smash and grab.
Don't you think that if anyone up and down our little alcove here knocked on our door, you'd probably recognize them?
Yeah.
Because we see each other getting the garbage cans.
Yeah. But right when I opened the door and I recognized them, my countdown timer would be like, how long do I have to stand here? Just give me that bread. Give me that bread. So the note that we included with each banana bread, honey, you have a final draft.
I have the final draft. It was just, I typed it up and then I glued it into every card.
Yeah.
No picture of us.
Yeah.
We think we may have faltered there.
Yeah. Well, no picture, so they're gonna be like, who are these people? But if we did include a picture, they'd be like, these people are cheesy. I think we should have aired towards cheesy. There's always next year.
Cheesy's always fun.
Yeah.
Okay, it
Put
reads,
this up on your refrigerator. Here's a magnet.
Happy holidays! Exclamation point.
Ooh.
We hope you enjoy this honey.
I was in favor of addressing them as they, but go on.
We hope you enjoy this honey banana nut bread. If you need to contact us for any reason, including sharing a frosty adult beverage together, you can text us at, and then we provided both of our phone numbers.
Yeah.
Signed it, Love and Light, Carolyn and Vince, with our address and our unit number.
Yay.
And then we raced home, and we jumped on our phones to see if we had any friends yet.
I know. It's like waiting by the phone in the 80s for that sassy young gal to call you.
Yeah, when you give someone your digits.
Yeah.
And then you wait by the phone.
For sure. And then, like, Grandma would call, no, Grandma. No. I'm waiting for Beverly to call. Click. Sorry, Grandma. An idea you had was you made 8 banana breads. We gave away 7.
Right.
An idea you had was to make some cookies for, like, the lesser ilk or people we don't really care about, but it was just, yesterday was too much.
Yeah, I was pooped. Yeah. I had no more baking in me, no more capacity for physical labor.
Yeah.
I was done.
Yeah. And to have a lesser class of a pastry.
Should we treat all our neighbors equally?
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Classism is what it is. I thought, well, we went back and forth on should we have a speech? Should we ring the door? Should we have a speech? And if we did have a speech, it'd be like, ding dong, hello, we're your neighbors from Unit 1. And then, see, I think because we kept the note as brief as possible, but the speech we could have expanded a little. So I would like, if you need us to pick up a package, because porch pirates are an issue. I would have said if you need help moving.
If you need a babysitter.
If we need a babysitter. If you need a pet sitter. If you need someone to go through your refrigerator and eat some snacks, make some long distance telephone calls, and go through your unmentionables drawers. But if you need to move a dresser like upstairs, like, and then I would have flexed, like,
right.
I'm really strong. I lift.
Give a speech and a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although my left bicep is currently bigger than my right bicep, and I'm trying to even it out.
I don't know how that happened.
I know how it happened, honey.
Oh.
Because I usually have my keys in my right hand, and then if I need to pick up something heavy, or just pick up something, I do it with my left.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah. Because of my job, I have my keys. Oh. And I'm carrying packages and boxes and heavy stuff. It's always with my left hand. So I've been trying to compensate with my right arm for a week. And the jury is still out. So we went with unsliced in the end. This nearly drove our tour love affair apart, honey.
This is a no-brainer.
I wanted sliced. You wanted unsliced, rustic, if you will. And I did what any intelligent man would do. I went to the internet and I said, should we slice or not slice? 89% of respondents said to not slice.
I was one of those people who responded, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were in on it. You were a ringer. You tainted the results. Yeah. So
I just love when I'm right.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, and it's not like 55-45.
No.
52-48. It was huge landslide. And so what I took away from this is that Twitter is a cesspool. Toxic cesspool. Never put a poll out on Twitter. And when Elon Musk shuts Twitter down, that will be my final redeeming victory, honey. I thought that you should include some butter.
A butterboard.
Yeah. Well, just some butter. Like, can't you figure out how to make butter, honey?
You
Bread,
wanted
butter?
me to churn butter.
Yeah.
You wanted homemade butter.
Yeah, like the Amish.
That's... I don't know anyone who's ever made homemade butter.
It's possible.
It's got to be possible, yeah.
Maybe we could have gotten those little butter cups, like when you go to the restaurant.
Ooh.
Like McDonald's has those.
That'd be fun, yeah.
That's the best butter.
A packet, like a handful of the KFC butter packets.
Yeah.
Buttery spread.
Yeah. Yummy, yummy. Going back to the slice or no slice. So our realtor, Amanda Wilkins, dropped off a little holiday gift yesterday. By the way, she didn't knock. She didn't ring the doorbell. Right. She just left it at our door, and I was out there for a package.
I think that swayed my decision today. Because I've been pushing for us to ring the doorbell, have some face-to-face contact.
Yeah.
And then you said, Amanda did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
She's a classy broad.
Well, I can't argue with that.
But yesterday she left a loaf of bread, fresh baked bread. It was still saran wrapped. And some cookies and a little card, right? A little note.
Yep.
But she did not slice the bread.
And don't you think that was good?
Well, like, so we get the bread and we bring it upstairs. We're in the kitchen, me and you. And I'm like, I want some of this bread. And you encouraged me. You were like, eat the bread. Take a piece. Take a stab at it. Attack it. Attack it. And I said, okay. Well, the other option is to get a serrated knife, which some people don't have. Going back to classism, honey, not everyone has a serrated knife like Guy Fieri.
True.
Anthony Bourdain.
Something about French bread or like sourdough bread.
Yeah.
You can just rip it.
Yeah.
With your bare hands like the Hulk.
But banana bread.
You don't want to rip banana bread, although you could. I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own kitchen.
What breads can you rip, honey? What breads can you assault? But, by the way, that bread was freaking the bomb. Like, so I started just yanking chunks out of it. I was like, this is really good. And I was like, I'm going to make a sandwich. So I made a hand sandwich with a couple slices. And then, like, a half hour later, you were like, I'm going to eat a slice with butter. And I was like, well, I'll take some bread and butter. And then there was about a third left of the loaf. And I was like, well, I don't want to just sit around here. So we ate, I ate the most of it, but an entire loaf of bread.
It was so good.
It was so flippin' good. Like, the crust was like croissant-y / pretzel-y. And, oh, man, it was really, and instantly when I was done, I mean, well, to be honest, in the middle of it, I regretted eating it. But it was so flippin' good. It was, yeah. It was bussin'.
That's how she keeps us loyal to her. Because if we ever need a realtor in the future, we're going to remember that bread.
Which we're actually talking about right now, honey. Right?
Right.
Oh. No?
Yes.
You don't want Grandma Tian to know? So, we're out there, honey. Our telephone numbers are out there to our neighbors. Has anyone texted?
No. And we just looked across the way at Debbie, and her bag is still on her porch.
Yeah. Well, she leaves for like 5 weeks at a time for Reno.
That's true.
She has a man in Reno, which we think may or may not be true.
Yeah.
What if no one texts? What if no one cares? What if no one even texts to say thank you?
Then we will have failed.
So next year, include a picture.
What can make you love us?
I know.
Do you want a picture?
Will you do this again? Is banana bread too much, too labor intensive? Are you thinking muffins, cookies?
I would love to do this again.
Okay.
Maybe something less taxing on my body and soul.
Stringent. So if no one texts, this has all been for naught.
Then I'll say, screw you, neighbors. I never wanted you.
We'll grab some eggs, egg their house, TP their house, honey.
I'm honestly curious over the next couple days if we're going to see the bags on everyone's porches.
Right.
And then will we gather them in shame or embarrassment?
Yeah.
And then come over back to our house and eat them and cry.
Yeah. Or if they're out they're away for the holidays, whatever.
That's another thing I was wondering. If people have gone away.
Well, what's the cutoff time? 48 hours, 72 hours? And I don't want to eat banana bread that's been in the freezing cold for 72 hours.
Neither do they. I know it's food. We gotta, maybe if it's been there for like 2 or 3 days, we should just grab it and throw it away.
Okay. But all that, honey, you baked for like 10 hours yesterday. If someone does text back, like, are we going to be obsessed with them and stalk them? And is it going to get weird? What if they text, thanks for the banana bread, it was really good. And then you reply with,
you're welcome. What's your name?
Who are you? Who is this? Leave me alone. Never text me again. Go away. I thought I told you to get out of my life. Well, then, are you? Is that going to be a conversation like, what unit are you in? I'm in Unit 8. Oh, okay. What's your name?
I haven't thought this far. I
know.
I don't know.
It's scary.
How does one behave in this situation?
I don't know. It's uncharted territory, my love. Alrighty. Well, are we done? Is there anything else to talk about?
Is there anything on your queue?
So you and Luna borrow my hoodies and jackets constantly, and that's fine. I would like to say, may I interject? Yes. It's about 10% me, 90% Luna. Yes, absolutely. But so I have like a rotation of 5 hoodies that I wear for work when it's cold. You're very stringent with your work attire. Yeah. You're like, this is my Monday hoodie. Yeah. This is my Tuesday hoodie. Absolutely true. Absolutely. my coworkers, who I love, one in particular, wears the same hoodie every day. And it's like, well, are you washing that every day? And it doesn't even have a name brand on it, honey. It doesn't say Abercrombie. It doesn't say Arrow. It doesn't say Polo Ralph Lauren. Like, what kind of life is that? How do you live without labels? I said, how do you operate? How do you function? So Luna recently, without my permission, took one of my 5 hoodies, my weekly rotation, my lineup of hoodies. She took it out of the lineup, so I had 4 hoodies. So I was 80% of a real man. So I bought a new hoodie, and I thought, okay, well, she's not gonna get her grubby little paws on this hoodie. But the other day, I'm like, hey, honey, where's my Arrow hoodie that I just bought that hopefully she wouldn't take? And then you responded with, Luna wore it yesterday. Yeah. And it should be back in your hamper. So she wears my stuff. She gets all the glory of all this, all these logos, all these brands. And then she returns it to my hamper. But so I need some sort of like coat check process, or like the library, like when you check things out. Yeah. Like I need some sort of I need order, and I just need to know. And certain items are unavailable. Yeah. On certain days. Yeah. Or like when I'm trying to get the Matthew Perry book from the Sacramento Library, and we're 30th in queue or something. Yes. Like this Arrow hoodie, you're 30th in queue, Luna. It's spoken for. But I need some sort of she needs to have a card, and I need like some sort of database or a piece of paper on the wall so I know what's going on exactly. And I love that she wears my stuff. I love that you wear my stuff. But I just need to be aware so I'm not caught unawares. I think all men need to be warned, because the thing about like your girlfriend or your wife stealing your hoodies, that's like a trope. Yeah. That's a well-known thing. But it's a meme. Does anyone prepare you for the evolution of suddenly your daughter starts stealing your hoodies as well? Right. And then you're like, it's 2 people now. Yeah. 2 versus 1. It's an increase of 100%. Okay. I'm not good at math. By the way, speaking of math, we have like 30 bananas on our kitchen counter. So going back to the banana bread. So a few times this week, you were like, what's 3 divided by 26 or whatever? And I'm like, 8.2. It went back and forth. But you bought a ton of bananas, figuring you would need a ton of bananas for 8 banana breads. But it turns out you needed like about a third of the amount of bananas we have.
I'm not good at math. It's never been my strong suit.
Yeah.
I wildly overcalculated the amount of everything we were going to need.
Yeah.
We have tons of leftover honey, flour, but the biggest issue is the 20 bananas on our counter because they're quickly fading.
Yeah.
They're
going bad.
They're not good.
They're getting brown, and we don't have an ape around here. So, what's going to happen? Well, like about an hour ago, I was like, hey, Lennox, have a banana. And then an hour later, eat another banana. Start eating bananas. But you Googled
I was like,
pastries with bananas.
I Googled, what do I do with a lot of bananas?
We're headed to your parents on Sunday. So I said, well...
Oh. Very helpful. Thank you.
We're headed to your parents on Sunday. Today's Friday. Can you do something with all these bananas and then...
I can do something, but not with all these bananas. Every recipe I found was like 2 to 3 bananas.
Yeah.
I am going to bake banana muffins for my parents' house.
Okay.
Because the cuisine is breakfast.
Right.
So that goes well.
Right.
And then I think I'm just going to, in fact, tonight, I'm going to slice and bag them up and just freeze them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I can't use all of them.
I think we can, why don't we leave them on our neighbor's porches? Give them to homeless Jesus. Give them to really hungry guy, who, by the way, we haven't seen for months.
Really hungry guy has disappeared.
Yeah.
I think he found a lady.
Oh, it's like when your friend gets a girlfriend, all of a sudden your friend disappears from your life. It's like,
right.
Where'd you go, Ray? We used to hang out all the time. But you're really happy for Ray because he's getting some, right? But yeah, really hungry guy. You think he found a woman?
I hope he found a woman. I just wish him well.
I think he did. He's a good-looking guy.
He's a good-looking guy.
He's a little rusty. He just needs a makeover.
Yeah.
Like
he barely needs a makeover.
Like a Bravo reality show.
He's already like 60% of the way there.
Yeah. And there's women out there who like write to felons, become pen pals with prisoners, and they're like, oh, I write him every day and I give him conjugal visits and he's going to be there for me when he gets out of prison in 46 years and we love each other. We're going to get married.
There's someone out there for everyone.
Yeah. But homeless Jesus, whose van still is on the street. Yeah. We haven't seen him. Well, it's cold. Maybe they found a home. Hopefully they found a home.
We think homeless Jesus has a semi-permanent home.
Yeah. Yeah. He flies south like the birds in the winter or something. Do you want to keep going?
I would love to keep going.
So, we recently purged a bunch of stuff. So, Luna and Lennox switched rooms, and that allowed us the freedom to just go through everything and just I dumped off 8 giant garbage bags at Goodwill. We gave away a lot of stuff. We threw away a lot of stuff. And it was good it was cleansing for the soul. We went Marie Kondo times 1,000. But Lennox, a couple things where our torrid love diverges, honey. Lennox has 2 lightsabers and a plastic sword. And I was like, well, get rid of this shit. And you held fast. You held strong. He needs this. He still uses this. He enjoys this.
Yes. Yeah, he plays with those on a regular basis. And when he has
Should he be?
Yes.
He's almost 11.
An 11-year-old can play with swords, honey.
3 swords, 2 lightsabers.
He technically has 4, but okay.
4? It seems like playing with the lightsaber is the area of a 5-year-old boy.
I think you need to let him be a child. Why are you forcing him to grow up?
Because he needs a mortgage, he needs a woman, he needs to get married, he needs a job. But you must agree that at some point they need to let that crap go.
Yeah.
I'm not out here playing with... What if I was out here playing with lightsaber swords, honey? Would we be married? Would we still be together?
He can let go of it when he's good and ready.
What if he's gently nudged towards not playing with swords?
10 is so young. 10 is so young.
He's almost 11. He's going to be 11 in a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are practically the only toys he still has.
That's fine.
He has like a Nerf ball and a few other little things.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, the other thing is that the game done changed, honey. The kids, they're on Roblox. Like, Lennox is on Roblox while on Discord. And that's 4, 5, 6 hours a day. So the physical swords, the tangible toys, it's a relic of the past.
It is, but the fact that he still plays with them. If he never played with them, I would have no problem getting rid of it. Because I threw out so much stuff from his bedroom.
You did.
And I was like, my heart was kind of breaking because it was toys that he had played with for years.
Yeah.
And I just have such tender memories of my little baby boy.
Yeah.
But those, I was like, okay, he still uses these. So I do want to keep them. Although I have a confession.
Yes.
He had another...
revelation coming here.
He has a little plastic
Hashtag heartfelt.
You know what a griffin is? Like half lion, half horse or something.
Yes.
With
wings.
Yeah,
I know it.
It's like 6 by 6 inches. It's plastic.
Okay.
And he played with that. That was one of his favorite toys. And when we were going through the items, and he was saying, I was surprised, 90% of the stuff he was like, toss, toss, toss.
Yeah.
And he wanted to throw that away, and I was like, no. And he said, okay, fine. So I forced him to keep a toy that he doesn't even want or play with anymore.
He got rid of the big Pikachu, right?
Yeah. He got rid of all his stuffed animals, except for maybe 5
He got rid of that robot. He got rid of the foosball table because parts were missing.
I think he would have kept that, but it was broken. We lost all the balls.
Yeah. But when does he play with the lightsabers? He played with them when his friend Lincoln was here.
Anytime he has a friend over, they play with them.
Yeah.
Anytime he has a friend over, they play with whatever is available in his room. Yeah.
I just think swinging is very barbaric. It's very violent. Are we teaching these young men how to fight? What about how to love, honey? How to be on Roblox and Discord at the same time. Well, at what point are we going to take it away? What if he's 33 and still playing with these lightsabers, honey?
He can keep them.
You're okay with that?
Yes.
All right.
I have an issue when it's something that you're just keeping and not using. But as long as he wants it and uses it, then he can keep it.
Okay. If it brings him joy.
Right. Marie Kondo, that's what she says.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Well, are we done, honey?
Yeah, let's eat.
Okay. What are we eating? I have a surprise for you. I know.
You do?
I do. A bye-bye.